Hey, alright everybody, how's it going? Now I got an article here in front of me from the Auto Express. I'll put the link in the description if you haven't seen it. You might have already seen it, I don't know. But it's all about all the new EVs coming soon in 2024 and beyond. Now, the mainstream media makes it sound like car manufacturers are not making EVs anymore, any new ones. They make it sound like it's all over. And we know that is a load of old ghoulies. But some people believe it. People who are not interested in EVs believe it. I mean, I don't know. I think they do. Anyway, so I thought I'd go through the list. And the first one on the list is an Abarth 600e, which is based on the Fiat 600e. Now, talking of Abarth, I'm not talking of having a bath. Talking of the car Abarth, or the whatever it is, the brand or whatever it is. It's like a sporty version, isn't it? I was going for a walk about 2 hours ago, and there was a Fiat 500e coming towards me, but it was the Abarth version, right? Now, I didn't see it first of all, but I heard this dreadful, awful noise, like as if a boy racer had stuck an exhaust that big on his little car. And I thought, God, that sounds terrible, that does. What is that? This is before I saw the car, right? And then the car pulled over to let somebody out of the car, and I looked at the number plate, and it had a little green thing on the end, and I went, wait a minute, that car's electric. That's an electric Abarth E. That's an E, what was it? An Abarth 500e, right? And I didn't know this car existed. I must have been hiding under a rock, right? I knew the Abarth 500e existed, but I didn't know it had a fake like speaker on the outside making stupid petrol noises. But to my ears, because look, I've fixed petrol cars. I was a bit of a petrol head back in the day. It just didn't sound right. It just didn't sound quite. It was like something a bit off about that noise. It did sound like a Racer Boy big exhaust engine, but it sounded a bit off. Now the car looked lovely, and the person driving it didn't look like a young person, but he had the speaker turned on. And then when he drove off, when he went faster, it didn't jive right to me. It wasn't jiving right. So I don't know. Some people like to have the noise. For me, I'd chuck it in the stingies. I'd kick that speaker right in the stingies. I'd rather have the speaker go, get out of my way, there's an electric car coming, not make stupid boy racer noises. Anyway, you might disagree. If you disagree, put it in the comment section, because some people might like the noise. Anyway, so an Abarth 600e. I waffled on a bit there then, didn't I? The next car they said has come in is the Alfa Romeo Junior. Now that car, why does that car look familiar? It looks like something else. It said it's based on the same platform as the Fiat 600, which is the same as the Abarth E. It's based on that, isn't it? The Peugeot 2008 and the Jeep Avenger. Right, the next car on the list is is it Alpine or Alpine? I think it's Alpine, isn't it? I think you say Alpine, and Alpine was there was an English, or should I say British, sorry. Wasn't there a British car called an Alpine something? Alpine. I used to know a guy in college, and he had one in his garage. He was trying to do it up. Oh, I can't remember what it was. Oh, never mind. Right, it's gone. It's gone now. So anyway, I'm going to say Alpine. If I'm wrong, comment section. Alpine A290. Now that's based on I'm sure that's based on the Renault 5. So that's like a sport version of the Renault 5. Now, this seems to be the trend now. It seems to be happening quite a lot where you're getting a sport version of an electric car, like the Ioniq 5N. Is that what it's called? Is that where the N goes at the end? Or was it 5N? No, I don't know. You know what I mean. So anyway, that's that one, right? Then an Audi A6 e-tron. So that looks like a normal sort of car. That doesn't look like an SUV at all to me. I'm looking at it. You can't see it. I'm looking at it. Then it's the Audi Q6 e-tron, which is the jacked up SUV type big malarkey, huge thing, isn't it, probably? Then we got the BMW i5 Touring. This says it was freshly revealed at the time of writing. So that must be coming out now, is it, or soon? Prices start at £70,000. Ooh, blanking hell. Mind you, that's still cheaper than the Porsche Taycan, but then probably the Porsche Taycan's a better car, isn't it? So, right, the next one, well, some of these are already out, or not out, but available, not out, like, what's his name says? Mickey Flanagan, that's the guy. I'm not going out, I'm out. The Citroen EC3, I think you can order that already, can't you? And that's coming at the end of the year, I think. So, I quite like that. I quite like the Citroen EC3. I don't know why I like it. Now, there's another car based on that one, which is very similar. The Vauxhall Frontiera. That's coming out as well. And that is very, very similar to the Citroen EC3. It's the same platform, different bumpers and lights and stuff. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The next one, Cupra, I should say, not Cupra. Cupra Tavascan. Recently revealed sporting Cupra's new look, styling, and the latest version of the Volkswagen Group's MEB platform. It will be available with 2 powertrain options. What's next? The Dacia Spring. Talked about that one before. That's coming very, very soon. I don't know when that will be on the roads exactly, but when does it say? Does it say here? It's been on sale elsewhere, isn't it? It's been on sale in Europe. We're the last ones to have it, as usual. The Fiat Grande Panda. Wait a minute, that looks like, yeah. So that's based on the Citroen EC3 as well. So the Fiat Grande Panda, is it Grande or Grand Panda? That's based on the EC3, and I think the Frontiera, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think the Frontiera is also based on the EC3. So there we are. You get 3 for the price of 1. Mind you, Stellantis do that quite a lot, don't they? The Ford Capri. Now I know that's based on. It says that's based on the new Ford Explorer, which has got Volkswagen MEB sort of underpinnings as well. There's a covered up picture of it here, so it looks nothing like the original Ford Capri. It looks like an SUV. So nothing like a Ford Capri, but more like an SUV. The next one is the Ford Explorer, which is what the last one was based on. So you get 2 for the price of 1 for that one. Then you've got the Ford Puma Gen E, and that does look a lot like, it's camouflaged, but it does look a lot like the Ford Puma, that one does. So that does look like a lot like the original Ford Puma. I don't know how much it's going to change by the time it comes out, but that's another one. The Hyundai Ioniq 7, that one's camouflaged as well. I'm not reading all the dates out by here. They said they'll find out more about this later on, so that's another one coming out. Then we got the Kia EV3. Oh, that's quite nice. I quite like that. Kia insists, it says by here, the Kia insists it has no plans to get rid of a huge selling Niro EV. So this one, similar sort of size, is saying, might be a teeny bit bigger, I'm not quite sure. But see, it's going to sit alongside the Niro EV. Now, if it was me personally, my opinion, if that car came out and I had a choice of the Niro EV or the Kia EV3, which is probably going to be based on, ground up EV platform, I think I'd go for the EV3. Just my personal opinion. I'm not saying the Niro EV is a bad car, it's just my opinion. The Lotus the Lotus Emeya. I don't know, I'm not really interested in, I'm not much of a sports car. Even if I won a big bag of money, I still wouldn't get something like a Porsche Taycan. It's not for me, it's not my bag. I've gone past them, they look nice, they look lovely, they're too low for me, they're too low, they're too wide, nah, it's just not for me. I'm not saying they're horrible. It's not my bag. The Mercedes G580 with EQ technology. So that looks like the G-Class, yeah. So that's a big lump of a thing. Still pictures of that still looks like the old. They haven't changed that much, have they? Anyway, what's next? Oh, we know about this one, don't we? All know about this one. The MG Cyberster, which is going to be 50 something like 54,000 for the bottom of the range one and 60,000 for the top of the range one, something like that. Now I do like that. I said I didn't like Porsches because they're a bit low. I don't know how low that is, but I do like that. I'm a bit of an MG nut. I do like MGs. You could stick an MG badge on a pile of cow's dung and I'd like it. The Mini Aceman. The Mini Aceman. So that's like a... It should be called a biggie, not a mini. What's this one here? The Omoda 5 EV. So this is another Chinese one coming soon. Looks quite nice. The grille looks a bit Peugeot-y. Does look a bit like a Peugeot. There we are though. Next one, Polestar 3. Next one, Polestar 4. So the Polestar 3 and the Polestar 4, they come in. I've seen the reviews of them ones. The Porsche Macan electric, that's coming. So that's the sort of, it's like the jacked up version, isn't it? I think, isn't it? Macan. Looks quite big to me anyway. So I probably prefer that one. I would go for something like that. So I wouldn't discount a lot. So I'm not against Porsche. I just don't like the... I just put my hand down there. You can't see it over there. I don't like the really low cars. I wouldn't be able to get back out again. Range Rover electric. That's coming soon. I wonder what that's going to be like. It says 800 volt electric architecture so it'll have rapid charging. So that's going to be another 800 volt battery in that one. The Renault 5. Now I really like the Renault 5. I do like the look of the Renault 5. Wasn't a fan of the original Renault 5. My friend had a Renault 5 and it was a bit... I don't know, I never liked it. I never liked the Renault 5. It wasn't something that I went after. I was more of a... I didn't go after the Volkswagen GTIs either. I was more of a Ford XR2, XR3 kind of person. That was my kind of bag. But I do like the look of the Renault 5 electric. Next one, Skoda Elroq. The names are coming out, the Skoda come out with the names. Elroq. The Vauxhall Frontier, which I said earlier on. Now, funny enough, I had the original Vauxhall Frontier. I had one. I bought it off a policeman. I might have told you this story before. So this is a lot of waffle now. If you're still watching this video, congratulations. I had a Vauxhall Frontier. I went and bought it off a policeman. I have told this story before. And that car had more problems than almost any other car I bought second hand. I asked the policeman, "Excuse me, governor, is there any problems with your car?" And he says, "Nothing, it's fine, it's absolutely fine." So I didn't really give it a good look around because he was a blinking policeman, right? But when I got back and parked it up, he was leaking loads of fuel out of the petrol line in the middle of the car. So that was an easy fix, mind. And the engine was a bit ropey. There was a few things wrong with it. Dodgy policeman. Anyway, the Vauxhall Grande, that's coming out soon as well. The Vauxhall EX90. And I think, I come to the end now then. And this article wasn't very popular because it's had 0 comments. Well, unless mind you, I did that, keep this from a while ago, but it looks like it's got 0 comments, so maybe people don't want to look at new electric cars. I don't know. But anyway, there's loads of electric cars coming. Absolutely loads. Out of any of them cars coming by there, is there any you fancy, or any ones that stick out in particular, or any other new cars coming up that you think that, that's my bag, I'd have one of them? Put in the comment section. Anyway, if you did like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hi!